Hey everyone, welcome to Two Guys, One Fantasy with your hosts Brandon Kluge and Tyler Richardson, where we give you the most mediocre fantasy football advice, along with NFL news, updates, scores, and standings.
Can they sue us?
Only if we're doing the music for I think it's longer than 5 seconds.
Shoot.
But
What's the timer on that?
Yeah, but they can't tell that it's what it was.
Oh, man, they're going to get us. They can tell.
Do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Well, ESPN doesn't care, but Disney cares.
Oh, we're such a small podcast. We have no money. You think they'll really sue?
Yes. It's Disney.
That's true.
That was ESPN, right? Or was it the...
That's just, isn't that...
Which one is that?
Monday Night Football, yeah?
Yeah, but I can't tell if it's specifically for Monday Night Football or if it's for ESPN or...
I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Now Carrie can get us.
I mean, I'll let her.
Let's just keep going for it.
Okay.
Episode 7.
Welcome to Guys One Fantasy Podcast. Ooh, week 2 is in the books.
You know what we need to try one time?
What?
There's the Manning cast.
Try to watch a game?
We need to try just to see, and then just guess throughout the quarter like they do.
Just have
Like a
3
live
screens
thing.
and you, me, in the game?
And maybe somebody either comes over for a quarter or Tom will jump on, I'm sure, for a quarter.
True.
I wonder if we could do it.
You think we can find an NFL player that would join us?
No, and Snoop Dogg's not going to come on here. Kevin Hart, he won't be here.
I know Jim Kelly.
It's not. No, I don't think it'll work.
What?
Yeah.
Why not?
Not. It's just, I don't think it'll work.
Oh.
The guests, famous people. We can just get, mediocre people.
Oh. Oh, that's what we're aiming for, just mediocre people.
I think the thing would work.
What would work?
I'm going to call it the Manning cast because that's what it is. I wonder, you think we can get Pat McAfee?
Absolutely.
That'd get the ratings up.
I have his number.
Well, what is it?
It's 8675309.
Oh, there's another song we're getting sued for. Sick.
What?
Want to roll.
Yeah, we're going. Okay, okay, so here is, throughout this whole episode, how many hidden songs can we get sued by?
Okay. Well,
we're at 3 right now.
Could have gotten sued for that Mulan song.
Well, that's not this episode, but you might as well count it because I'm going to do it
Disney's
again.
about to watch and be like, oh, we got them.
Oh, goodness. All right, Sunday.
We had some football.
Some
decent football.
Where do you want to start?
Decent football. I'm going to start with the Colts.
Okay.
Because why not? Beat the Texans. Knew that was going to happen. If you pick the Texans, Caldwell. Dummy. Anthony Richardson looked great for his first 3 drives.
Yeah.
And then he died. He got a concussion.
Did he put himself in the concussion protocol?
Yes.
That's good.
He waved them down, from what I heard.
Yeah.
'Cause he waved them down like, hey, check me out.
Yeah.
Which is good. I'll give it to him. He also said, because everyone's like, hey, you need to protect yourself. What somebody said, he said, so I didn't hear it from him.
Yeah.
Is he didn't see that defender. So that's why he slowed up. So when he slowed up and the defender came and smacked him,
Yeah.
he's like, I didn't see that defender.
I bet that happens more often than people think.
Yeah.
You got the person with the ball is one single person. You have a whole defense that's coming after you. You don't have eyes in the back of your head. Hell, you don't have eyes in the side of your head.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get smacked, it doesn't matter what speed you're going. I mean, you can't see every defender.
Yeah.
So I bet you that happens a lot more often than people think.
When he slowed up, I was like, he's about to get smacked. And he did. And I was like, why the hell did he slow up? Because he wasn't being cocky about it. He just slowed up
Was he going out of bounds? Was he going towards it?
It was for a touchdown. He scored the touchdown.
Oh.
So he was about to cross the end zone line and then got smacked into the end zone and went back and hit his head.
So maybe it wasn't cockiness, but maybe he thought
it was
just this is a touchdown. I'm just going to chill out.
I think he slowed up because he was about to cross the line. No point in whatever. And then the defender came out of nowhere. At the one. It wasn't late necessarily.
You think it was more?
Granted, I think regardless, he was going to score, so maybe
a little unnecessary from the defense.
Checked up, but it's football. That's what.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do that.
Did they, besides Anthony Richardson looking good before he went out, who looked good? Who else looked good? Like, so the score, it's 31-20.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard a lot of huge talk other than Anthony Richardson looking good. Is their offense looking like it's doing better?
Zach Moss looked good.
Yes.
The entire game.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say our offensive line is definitely shaping up to be a top unit again.
Yeah.
Still needs a little work, but I think they're good.
Yeah.
Pittman looked fine.
You know who looks good?
Who?
Gardner Minshew.
He did look good.
You know,
we could get, like, you know what? If the Jets trade us right now for a first-round pick, I'll take it.
well, I don't know if he's first-round pick good, but I think he's better than a lot of starters on a lot of other teams. I think Gardner Minshew is good enough to be a starter.
Yeah.
But
came in and he did work.
Yeah,
So he got the win. Technically, it's Anthony Richardson's win because he started.
Yeah.
So he finally got his first win. But Minshew, I mean, we were winning anyway. Minshew was the, what is it in baseball, the closer.
The closer.
So
yeah, he said when Anthony Richardson went out, I guess he went over to him. Gardner Minshew went over to Richardson, and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to hold this down for you."
Good. So
I think he's really happy in his spot in Indy. I think he's a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
So I hope things work out for him there. And I like the Colts. Anthony Richardson looks good. So far, he is, I think, shaping up to be probably the best one for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
He's the guy.
Unless there's another one that's like doing crazy things that we're not thinking about.
CJ Stroud threw for 300 in this game. He
looked good.
He's just on a bad team.
Exactly. His best option is who? Nico Collins?
Yeah. That's who it was this weekend.
Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean... See, I think he's good, but like you said, he's on a bad team.
Yeah.
There's no telling that Nico Collins is going to go off every week. Dameon Pierce hasn't lived up to what he's supposed to be doing within the first 2 weeks. Houston just is...
It's Houston.
It's rough.
It's Houston.
But in my opinion, like we did in our first episode a couple weeks back, when Javi asked, I think it's exactly how I said. I think it's Anthony Richardson is doing the best of the three. CJ Stroud is next, and I think Bryce Young is doing the worst.
Yeah, I could see it. And then Will Levis because he hasn't played.
Who?
Will Levis, mayonnaise boy.
What team is he on?
Tennessee.
That's right.
Yeah, they won't play him.
They'll play him next year.
Tannehill, but
they'll play him next year.
Maybe they got Malik Willis too. It's weird.
Oh goodness, how many quarterbacks do they have?
A lot.
They drafted 3 in the last 2 freaking drafts.
Yeah. Washington beat Denver. That was another.
That was a better game, I think, than what people were expecting.
So I picked Denver for my pick'ems.
Yeah, that messed us up.
And I really needed it because there was only 3 people that picked Denver.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need this point.
Mm-hmm.
I want this point.
Yeah.
Because the people who were at the top picked Washington, and I was like, they're going to get another game if Denver doesn't win.
Yeah.
I thought it was over. Russ throws the ball, just a Hail Mary. I bet you it's in the air. Russ was definitely praying.
Yeah.
And that ball just bobbled into the Broncos' hands. And I was going crazy. Not even my team, but I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
And then it looked like some pass interference there on the 2-point conversion. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. So I think it was thrown to Sutton. Pretty sure is who it was. And the defender definitely got a hold of Sutton before the ball got there.
Oh yeah.
Russ didn't call it. Game over.
Was it something that could have been talked about, or was it a blatant miss by the refs?
I think the refs missed it.
Really?
And I was texting other people during the game, and I was like, how did that not get called?
Yeah.
They were like, that's a good question because it's pretty bad.
I think that game, it was a good game. I only saw bits and pieces of it because it was kind of tricky because it seemed like it was one of the less interesting games.
Yeah.
But turned out it was one of the highest scoring games. Looking back at it, Russell Wilson, give Denver time. I know they're 0-2 right now. Everyone's freaking out on Sean Payton, whether he's going to be able to fix everything there. They look better than last year. People need to realize that. Are they 0-2 right now? Yes. Russell Wilson looks better. The offense looks better. Everything looks better, but they still have a lot of, massaging things out a little bit. Give them time. I'm not saying they're going to make playoffs this year, but as long as Sean Payton stays there, as long as Russell Wilson's doing what he's supposed to be doing, give them time. I think they're better than what people are expecting, which leads me to the other team. Washington might be better than most people are giving them credit for. Sam Powell, is that his name?
Yep. Sam Howell.
Yeah. He's looking pretty good with that offense.
He's got a new OC.
Yep. Washington's defense is looking pretty stout.
They were pretty decent anyway.
Yeah. So Washington might be a hidden gem in a division where they're totally forgotten about.
Yeah. Shoot, that division right now I think has 3 teams 2-0, and the Giants are 1-1. So they're tough right now.
Dang, yeah.
But to bring back with the Broncos, they're only 1 game out of first place. The Raiders and the Chiefs are 1-1, and then the underperforming Chargers are 0-2 with the Broncos. So that division is still wide open as well.
Yeah, and you bring up that division as a great segue. This first 2 weeks has been kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know who the favorite is.
Miami
and Dallas as of right now, week 2.
San Francisco.
And San Francisco.
I think those 3 teams probably, even though Miami, I don't want to say they slow down because of lack of ability this past weekend against New England.
That was a Bill Belichick defensive game.
Yeah, I think they did exactly what they knew what they were going to do, what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Their offense was a bit lower on scale than the week prior, but I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
So Bill, when I was watching the game, they were showing it a lot. Bill was putting 3 safeties in the back.
Yeah.
That way Tyreek wasn't gone.
Yeah.
And they didn't get a long ball.
No.
I mean, they got, I think, 30-yard passes here and there, but they didn't get like Tyreek's open at the 50, he's going to score this.
But that probably made them struggle because Raheem Mostert, who I don't think is like a great running back, went off.
He looked good.
And it might be because where they had to put someone back deep, they probably would have been someone up front helping stop the run. So Miami's built with speed. Raheem Mostert, like however good he is fast. Tyreek Hill is fast. Waddle is fast. So they might have stopped and slowed down Tyreek Hill, but that just allowed Mostert to do what he needed to do. Miami's I'm going to admit it right now. They might be the best team in the AFC East. I think they are, which sucks because I think Buffalo is absolutely, after the first week where they were looking really rough, they're back on track. I knew it was going to happen. They look great. Their defense looks great. Offense looks great. They had a running game. I like the play calling this past weekend a lot better. They look fantastic. With that being said, I think Miami's offense is just slightly more
explosive.
Slightly, which is scary because I hate that they're in the same division as Buffalo.
It's Mike McDaniel.
I like him.
He's good.
He's very unique.
Yeah, very smart.
Yes. Did you hear him in the interview? It was like the halftime interview. You know how they always go to the coach and ask a quick question before they run in?
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't remember who the reporter was, but she was like, how have you done this? And Mike McDaniel looked at her and he was like, I haven't done anything.
I mean, he knows it.
He's so casual.
Yeah.
And
then he sprinted off the field.
Did you see him sprint? That's exactly when it happened.
He was jogging, looked at the camera, and just took off.
Yeah. He's so casual and goofy. I really like him.
Yeah. He's good for Tua, that's for sure.
Yes.
He can draw up Tua, Waddle, and
I mean, he's young.
It's just it's going to be a good mix for a while.
Yeah. But going back to the AFC West, I believe the Chargers are 0-2.
Yep.
Which I think they're much better than that record shows.
I'm going to blame good old Brandon Stanley for that. I think that's where everybody's leaning towards. I think you go 0-3, and he's definitely right now
he's on the chopping block.
He's on the hot seat right now. I think 0-3 though, and you're like, hey,
who do they play next? I have it right here, don't I?
Yeah, they play Minnesota.
I mean, that's a tough game.
That's a tough game. And then after Minnesota, where are they going? Let's see. Then they're going to Las Vegas. So they could rebound right there with Las Vegas, but
that's still a division game.
Right, you don't have an easy game definitely this week coming up.
No.
Your defense has already struggled twice, and now you're going to struggle against a top fantasy QB in my mind.
Yeah. Let's talk about not necessarily the full games, but the teams, because they had games this past weekend, I give them one more week before I am panicking. So teams like, Cincinnati.
Probably panic because Joe Burrow re-aggravated that calf injury. So they're thinking he might not even play.
Has he been playing hurt this whole time and just keeping it hush?
I think so.
Because he sucks.
Yeah, he has not done good.
He almost was my first MVP ballot for this season.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to blame it all on Joe Burrow, but they don't look good.
No.
Even though they played Baltimore and Baltimore's 2-0, I almost feel like they're in a weird territory. You can't panic if they're 2-0, but I don't think Lamar Jackson looks good.
No, but top of the division, undefeated right now. I think you're chilling.
They're lucky.
It doesn't look good, but a win's a win.
Yeah, they're lucky. Chargers 0-2, like you said. Next week
you got to panic,
and it sucks
against Minnesota.
Yeah, if you lose against Minnesota, even if it's a game that's tough and it could go on 50-50, if you lose, it's panic mode.
You're 0-3.
Freaking Detroit, nah, that was a pretty good game.
No, Detroit's fine. Yeah, I think Detroit and Seattle were both tough. They're both playoff teams in my mind.
Yeah, they're playing like it. Two teams that went against each other that I think it's a possibility that could be panic. Kansas City and Jacksonville. They both I'm in panic. I'm almost in panic territory for Kansas City right now.
Just with their offense.
Yeah. Well, that's a big deal because they're not known for their defense.
No, they're known for.
So if you're telling me panic because of their offense, that's literally panic because of everything.
Yeah.
Now they won,
right?
But there's something amiss in Kansas City.
Jacksonville, like you said too, they didn't look good at all this weekend.
Yeah,
they couldn't. I mean, they were in the red zone because that's the game we got here. They were in the red zone. It had to have been 3 or 4 times where they should have scored a touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence looked off.
Yeah, he did. Checking for a concussion.
Oh, really? Oh, that's stupid. Indy looked good until Anthony Richardson went out. San Fran, they're my Super Bowl favorite right now.
Yeah, they're just all around good.
They're so Brock Purdy, even with his lower stats this week, he knows how to be safe and win games.
Yep.
And then allows Christian McCaffrey, whoever, to do their thing.
Right. Defense
does their thing, even with Nick Bosa kind of not doing as much as he could have. But their whole defense is doing good.
Yeah.
The Giants, what do you think? Panic? They won, but
coming back, it was iffy. If they would have lost, you're definitely panicking. But right now, no. You're neutral.
They struggled against Arizona, and Saquon Barkley he's in a questionable state right now because he hurt himself.
They think it's better than expected.
Yes,
but
I did see that. I saw something like a ankle sprain or something like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jets came back down to earth against Dallas.
You can't do anything about it.
We knew that was going to happen.
Once you lose your quarterback, the quarterback you've been playing for.
True. Well, I mean,
That's what happens.
yeah, it wasn't a home game. Aaron Rodgers didn't start the game. It wasn't a division rival. It's a back into reality type of situation, I think. New Orleans and Carolina, that was an awful game.
New Orleans, you're 2-0, but
Is that another team? It's like,
you
hey,
gotta step the hell up. Keep throwing the ball to Olave, but step up.
you're so pissed about that, aren't
I
you?
need more touchdowns from Olave is what I need. I'm about to hit up Derek Carr.
Is Derek Carr not doing as well as he should?
They do a lot of Taysom Hill in to run the ball, which it works.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but is that throwing Derek Carr off his groove a little bit?
I don't understand how you could put so much effort into Taysom Hill and just have him not be your starting quarterback. Just commit. I like Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
And when he was quarterback, I thought it made it a little bit harder for defenses because you didn't know what he was going to do. But now it's all like, oh, no, we got a real quarterback, but we'll throw Taysom Hill some play. It's like, just make him your starting quarterback.
Yeah. You got to keep Derek Carr in there, though, but I don't know.
It could be
Taysom
throwing
Hill
him
gets a
off.
lot of touches, and then it's like, oh, Taysom's going in, and then Carr's on the sideline. And then, Carr's back.
How many points did Taysom Hill get this week? Do you know?
For fantasy, it was probably like 6 or 7.
Because I think Dylan picked him up, but then he dropped him, didn't he?
He got 7, 8 points, I think.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible.
8, 9 maybe. He rushed the ball. He caught one pass that didn't go anywhere, and then he completed a pass.
Okay. And then Monday Night Football, or one of the better one, last night's game, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. It's hard to describe. There's no other way to put this. It was a fucking car wreck. People were getting injured.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many injuries in a game, and
an interception that was a fumble that was another fumble, and
I texted you and I was like, "You seeing this?" And you were like, "They're all drunk."
I think they had to have been. They all took shots before the game together. They're like, let's go have a good game. Both teams just together at the bar or something. And then went out there for the first half, and they were all drunk.
Yeah.
And then the second half, they were like, maybe we should play a little bit of football.
Gosh.
But still very drunk.
So Kenny Pickett went out at one point in time for his shoulder or arm or something.
Yeah.
Minka Fitzpatrick went out at one point in time because he got hurt.
Yep. Nick Chubb is done for the season.
Nick Chubb is done for the season.
Maybe career. I don't know. I don't know how bad it is, but that looked nasty.
I didn't see it.
Ugh. I'll show it to you.
Oh, thanks.
It is gross.
We're going to replay it right here so you guys can watch it with us.
No, we don't have the rights to that.
We don't?
No.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, Nick Chubb is done for the season, almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Someone else got hurt. It was the O-lineman for Pittsburgh, I believe. Concussion. They were hitting each other like they were in the fucking Sopranos or something.
They were just
it was hard.
It's one of those games, especially those two teams.
Yeah.
Just kill them.
It was
it's
rough.
not on purpose that they're killing each other.
It almost
someone dies every time with these two teams.
Yes, I mean shit. They were
that division is the toughest division.
Hardest hitting
to
division.
play in. They're just smacking each other around
all the time.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh's defense, TJ Watt did fantastic. TJ Watt became the leading sack.
I saw that.
Sack
pretty
person in
impressive.
the Pittsburgh's franchise.
Yeah. What is it? Like 81.5 or something like that?
Over James Harrison.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And he got his first touchdown, which is kind of amazing to think about last night as well. Fumble recovery.
Yeah. He's just used to forcing them.
He what?
He's used to forcing the fumbles.
Oh, forcing the fumbles?
Not picking them up.
Yeah. Let me tell you. You know who's pissed about that?
Yeah.
Laney.
And we'll get to it.
We will.
There's your.
She's not going to be happy about it.
There's your Sunday review there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Before we go any further, we kind of already mentioned it. The two injuries that I was thinking about, unless you have any more. Nick Chubb, count him out for the rest of the season, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
And then Deontay Johnson, I knew that he was hurt before the game. They have, before the game started, I didn't see this until right before the game. they put him on IR. So he's done for at least 4 or 5 games.
4 weeks at least,
Yeah.
minimum 4 weeks.
So those two. You got any more injuries?
I mean, just if you start Anthony Richardson, keep your eye on that with the concussion, because he's got to get through protocol.
Yep.
Which usually they do pretty good about. It didn't look like it was a bad hit, but there's no telling.
Yeah.
Concussions are tough.
Especially since he's the one that checked himself in.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good sign.
Eckler.
Oh, yeah, how's that going?
I don't know if he's practicing or not today. I haven't seen anything. Today's first day of practice.
You need him to play.
I do.
I
don't need him.
No, you do.
No, if Tua throws a touchdown, I win. He didn't throw a touchdown.
But can you count on your team without AC?
Yeah, AE.
AEC.
Sure.
On a week-to-week basis?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I do like your wide receivers.
I'm confident.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So.
Standout performers for the week.
Who do you got?
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yep.
Let me pull it up real quick. I got, one person in our league likes to talk shit about this man all the time. He is a Tampa Bay fan, and for some reason despises this man, this wide receiver who is the best wide receiver to play on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There has been contract disputes.
Still,
he's apparently they have not agreed to a contract situation. So he is saying that he's going to leave Tampa Bay at the end of this season and explore free agency. That would give him the excuse not to play very well if he wanted to. It's like, I don't want to play for this team no more. I don't want to do what I'm really good at doing.
Yeah.
No. This man, Mike Evans, goes out there and still balls out. 6 receptions on 8 targets, 171 yards, and a touchdown. It's not the best stat line from a wide receiver this past week.
Yep.
But it's significant because he is still doing what he's supposed to do. The best wide receiver on that team, he's trying
to get paid.
And he's proven to that team, you know what? Give me my money. And you know what Tampa Bay's thinking right now? We should probably pay him. So, my standout player of the week, Mike Evans.
I'm going to go to the Rams.
I know who you're...
I'm going to pick a rookie.
Yep.
Puka. I can't even say his last name. I'm just going to call him Puka.
It's Nakua, isn't it?
Whatever.
Okay.
Don't matter. A goat, I think, is how it's pronounced.
Okay.
15 receptions.
Yes.
Off of 20 targets, 147 yards. So, without touchdowns in our league, probably any PPR league.
Oh, boy.
He put up 33 points.
You know who's mad about that?
Yeah, and we'll get to it. So, 33 points, didn't even get a touchdown.
Yeah.
15 points off of catches alone.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So, he was my standout. I'm pretty sure he's got isn't a rookie record for most receptions in the first
Oh, no shit?
2 weeks. I think it was 20.
That's pretty impressive.
He's up to 25, I think.
Do you think, because he almost was my the standout player of the week, but I decided to swerve a little bit. I knew he was going to get love. Do you think when Cooper Kupp comes back, that diminishes his value?
I mean...
Or do you think it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you were gone for 4 to 5 weeks. I got my connection with this guy, so your value kind of goes down a little bit.
I think it'll only help. I mean, his targets are going to drop.
Yeah.
Of course, when Cooper comes back.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's still going to get his touchdowns and stuff like that. Because you put Cooper Kupp on the field.
It opens it up.
It opens it up more. Then you got, I think they're going to be fine.
Do you think he's a must start from now on after that? After the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, you're going to start in week 3 and week 4 for sure.
I think so too. I mean, how is anybody supposed to know that like right away in the first 2 weeks? He's a rookie wide receiver. It's hard to tell sometimes, but after a game like that and then the last 2 weeks put together, I think it's you got to start him.
Yeah.
So I really like that standout player. Of course, I like mine. Two good options, I think.
Some more fantasy.
Oh.
Well, no, just normal stuff.
Oh.
We got our team of the week. I didn't do this last week, so I'm going to do it now for week 1.
Yeah.
Walker, congratulations.
Oh. That was really sweet of you.
There you go, Walker.
Last week.
And then last week's bench warmer of the week, Alan. Great job. Good job. Congrats.
That's really nice of you.
Sorry, Alan. Oh, Alan did get a win this week though against Walker.
Against Walker.
So,
interesting.
Walker. Just kidding. This week, team of the week for being an achiever, and it was 96%, I think, of what he needed to do.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, based off of what the app said. Tyler.
This guy. Now, let me say something real quick. Hopkins was really close because he got 2 more points than me overall.
Yeah.
But he had more points on his bench, and I had 2 players of the week in different categories, and he had none. My kicker and hang on a second, my defense.
Yeah. And he could have scored up to 207 points, so it shows he was at 88%.
Yeah.
You got to do a little better than that, though, buddy.
So he was close, but nah, I'm gonna take it from you.
And then
Let's get it out of the way.
bench warmer of the week.
Oh.
Damn, I put week 1 on this. This should say week 2.
Just put it in the graphic.
No, that's too much work.
Just put a small graphic on the paper as you show it.
There we go. Week 2.
It's okay. It's okay.
Week 2. Week 2 this week. The percentage was not good. 72%.
It sucks so bad.
Could have scored a max of 196 points. Has bench warmer of the week in 2 positions. Quarterback and wide receiver.
And
so
they're a defensive player as well.
yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it shows that, but they're defensive player.
It hurts to get this award, but you got to give it to somebody
Yep.
this week. Congratulations, Laney.
Yeah.
You had to have known it was coming, though. There's no way you can avoid it. I'm sure you looked after Kirk played and you were really pissed, and then you looked that
She woke up.
Puka was
She woke
going
up
off.
this morning, and she texted me from work because she went to bed at halftime last night. She texted me from work this morning. She goes, TJ Watt scored a fucking touchdown? And I was like, oh, no. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, even though she's bench warmer of the week, she still almost won.
Yeah, she almost did. She
So-
almost pulled it off, but
I think she's 0-2 right now, but I think she has a really good team.
she's going to be real mad when she starts both of those players this week.
That's what I told her.
They have duds.
That's what I told her. She's like, I'm fucking starting TJ Watt. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. And Kirk Cousins, that piece. And I was like, you're going to be pretty mad if they don't score
Yeah.
the points that you want them to score this coming week. And it was shitty.
Yeah. Me
But-
personally, I think it's a coaching issue. Whoever the manager of that team is needs to step it up.
Listen, and all the good, there was good news in that though, with her being bench warmer of the week. There was good news.
Yeah, the bench was warm.
No, the good news is I was team of the week.
Yeah. Oh, so does it cancel out?
It cancels out.
Oh, okay.
So
The Richardson household just canceled out the award for this week. I'll just rip these up. We don't need them anymore.
love you.
Um,
She'll take it on the chin. She's a good sport.
Pick'ems.
Oh yeah, let's get to it. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
I started out the week. I thought it was going to go pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't. Went 2-4 for our league this week, and you went 4-2 this week
Yeah.
for week 2. So my total record is 5-7,
Ugh,
and yours is 8-4.
I like it.
But it's fantasy football. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I'm trying to think of did we disagree on almost all of them?
Just about. It looks that way though.
So you picked CT over me.
Yes.
But like in hindsight, looking at the like projections and how everything was going, I don't think I even said the only reason why I picked me was because like I just needed to push it into existence.
Yeah.
I wasn't confident in that I was gonna win.
Shoot. I was confident I was going to lose, and I did. Damn it.
Yeah, that one we did agree on. That was the one we agreed on. I mean, but two of them were really close. So I picked Lainey to win over Josh.
Yeah.
And she lost by 2 points.
Yeah.
And then I picked Brett to win over.
I picked Brett too. No,
you
I
picked Colwell.
You picked Brett.
But that makes sense because Brett doesn't know football and fantasy football. But he had such a good lead. He only won by like 3 points.
It was close.
So those were
close games.
Those were really close.
Yeah.
But Colwell doesn't have Chubb no more. Did you see what he changed his name to?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Poor guy.
Woke up in the morning with no Chubb.
Poor guy. He's going to feel that pain for a while. First round pick, dead.
I'm offering a certain running back if he needs it.
Oh, he knows. I told him.
Alexander Madison.
He laughed and said, "No, thank you."
Even with no Chubb?
He said, "I'll use the waiver wire."
That's probably. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm probably dropping Madison.
Yeah, smart.
No, it's 2 weeks. It's an overreaction. Even if he's done shitty the last 2 weeks, I feel like dropping Alexander Madison is an overreaction. But I don't have any room on my bench for him.
Yeah.
That's the shitty thing about our league is if someone's being crappy, you can't just bench them because of the limits and everything, you have to work certain things. So it's like, I think I'm going to drop him.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I need Alvin Kamara to come back because he's sitting in my IR spot.
Week off, I think. I think he comes back week 4.
I thought he came back week 5. I thought he was.
I think it was a 3-game.
Was it 3-game?
I think so.
We'll look into it.
So you might get him back next week.
Oh,
so
man.
Whoever you pick up this week might just be a dud anyway.
Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. How much money am I spending on waiver wire this week, you think?
Probably going to have to spend at least 20.
How much are you spending?
At least 20.
At least?
At least.
I'm going to put 100 on my player right now.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Thursday night football.
Thursday night football preview.
We got a couple minutes here because I got to get to swim here soon.
Oh, snap. We'll make it quick. I mean, lucky for us, the game is San Francisco at the Giants.
Yeah, so I think we both know who we're picking to win that game.
Yes. It's a pretty easy game to talk about.
The only tough part is Saquon. I don't know. I don't think the Giants should play him. I wouldn't start him in fantasy unless you're a risk taker because screw that. That's risky, especially the ankle. Anything can happen during the game with that ankle, and it's done.
Yeah, I think he's going to be questionable throughout the week. I do think it's possible for him to get a mid amount of points. So he's probably projected in most leagues like anywhere from 15 to 19 points. I don't think he gets that many. I think he gets, if he does play, probably gets around like 10 or 12 at most.
I think if he's playing, he's limited.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have him in the league this year, but I wouldn't start him. Just, it's risky.
It's tough. Who else do you have to play in his spot? Like, you drafted him to play him.
I know.
So I get what you're saying, but if he's playing, you're playing him.
It's just risky.
It is, absolutely.
San Fran side, though, you're definitely Christian McCaffrey.
You're starting everybody.
You got to. I'll have to check with Ayuk. I don't have any
He's
news
questionable,
right
I think.
Now. Yeah.
I do. If he does play, I think you start him. But he's kind of in the same boat as Saquon.
He was limited in practice today, so that's at least good that he was practicing.
Yeah. 49ers defense.
I mean, you got to start him. Daniel Jones has thrown 3 interceptions.
The only Giant that I have as a start is Darren Waller.
Leading the team in receptions.
And if Saquon's out, I bet you he is going to eat a little bit more than he usually does.
Yeah.
So Darren Waller is about the only Giant that I am, 100% on starting. Everyone else, no.
Yeah.
Saquon, if he plays, you probably should start him. I know it's risky, but he's too high of a pick for you guys to sit him. And who do you got to replace
the only
him?
risky thing with that is yesterday
Uh-oh.
they said he could be out for 3 weeks.
Jesus, when did that happen? What?
Yeah. They said he could be out for 3 weeks, and then today they were like,
he could play.
It's not as bad as we thought. He could play Thursday. And
It is risky.
Oof.
I mean, if you have someone, because he could get injured during this game if he plays.
He could take step like Aaron Rodgers did. And that's it. Rip.
It's risky. It's weird to say sit Saquon, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Just because, hell, they don't know.
Yeah,
They said 3 weeks, and then they were like,
they're giving us two different things.
Yeah.
Not to get sidetracked again, but did you hear what Aaron Rodgers has said about his shit?
No. He's coming back.
He said he's got some secret stuff that he knows about, and he's going to come back real soon. And it would literally break the laws and physics of science, like human physiology.
So he's going to play.
Fucking,
What if he came back against the Bills next game?
I hope we break his ankle.
Maybe
That's not true.
Maybe he's got some crazy doctor, and he's like,
Gosh, Charles Manson.
or maybe he's just trying to get everybody worked up.
He's a cult leader. I'm almost positive of it.
Who
Who do you got winning, or do you want to do the over?
Oh, I got San Francisco winning for sure.
Score.
Shoot, 31-17.
Close. I have 34-14.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
It's good. That's how easy this is. Like
don't
San
think they have
Fran's
a
gonna
chance.
win.
This will be the game the Giants just go off, though, of course. But
Of course.
it's typical. All
right.
Over unders.
Yes,
What am I? I'm 1-2, and you're 2-1.
I believe so. Yes.
I gotta write that down somewhere. I'm gonna forget. Whatever. Oh wait, I got it right here.
Yeah, I'm 2-1. You're 1-2.
1-2, 2-1. All right. This week, Christian McCaffrey,
No, give it to me.
rush yards,
Only rush yards.
only rushing yards.
Okay.
Over or under 81.5.
Oh shit. 81.5.
81.5.
I can see him getting over even like 150 all-purpose yards. I think he's going to get just under 81.5 rushing yards, though.
Okay.
That's tough.
I know it is. Daniel Jones,
How many interceptions? What do you got?
over under 1.5 interceptions.
San Fran's defense looks really good. I think Nick Bosa comes back in week 3 and plays a lot better than he did in week 2. He didn't have to play great in week 2, though. And Daniel Jones and that offense, Saquon might be out. They're looking a little rough. It might seem extreme, but I'm going to say over. I think he throws at least 2 interceptions.
Okay. And then the last one. Total, both teams. Over or under 6.5 punts.
That's interesting.
Yep.
So I think New York probably is going to punt quite a bit. For San Fran, maybe once. I'm going to say my gut is telling me over. And most of those punts will be from the Giants.
Over. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know what the average amount of punts are in a game.
That's why I threw it in there.
Oh, shit.
I was like, dang.
It could be a stupid, like, no offense to you because I don't know, but that could be a stupid-ass question, but neither one of us is smart enough to realize it.
Yeah.
Like, someone listening right now is like, the average amount of punts a game is like 15. Like, yes, it's going to be over 6.
15, though, that seems
seems
like
like
a
a
lot.
lot.
I think 6 is not like average.
I would say, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we got anything else?
no, I don't think anybody asked any questions.
Oh.
I don't think Javi
It's the Thursday preview. They got another couple days to do it for the week preview.
No, he's not here. Nope. I don't think so. Thanks, Javi, for nothing.
You know what? CT just bumped up to number 1. Number 1.
Take that, Javi.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No comments.
No
questions.
I should have said James Cook was a standout player of the week because he did fantastic.
Well, you didn't.
I didn't. No. Mike Evans, I'm happy with it.
Sunday games, stand-up performers, fantasy shiznit.
Yep.
A little bit of Thursday night football.
Oh, I love it.
That's episode 7 of, I don't know. There's going to be a lot, I think.
You don't have to count the episode numbers. You don't have to do it that way.
It's fun.
Oh, okay. Well, then do it.
I just need titles. I need Javi to come up with titles for me.
Yes. Laney said the best way we should do it is something we said during the episode is what, kind of like what you said this.
I don't ever remember anything.
I know. I don't remember what we fucking said.
See? Did we even say anything good here?
Beyond physiology and science.
You know what I could say?
What?
I could title it Laney the Bench Warmer.
Oh my God.
Because she's already fired up, and it would just continue.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Oh, you could name it She's Gonna Be Pissed.
That is true. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, she'll like that.
I think so. She'll smirk.
I like it. That's
no
what we're
questions. All right.
going. Yeah. Sure
We'll get questions before the week's over.
We usually get them before the Friday one.
You know what sucks? Our schedules are fucking all over the place, and we're doing our best.
Oh, my gosh.
You got kid stuff. We got volleyball. We got work.
We didn't even have volleyball this week.
No.
It'll get tough with volleyball.
We got fucking practice Friday, and we usually record on Friday.
That's right. We'll have to figure it out.
We're going to do our best. Because we got to give you the most mediocre advice just in time for football.
We try.
We do try. Make a man.
We're definitely getting sued.
Gonna sue.
Peace.
Team of the week.
Thanks, everyone, for listening to Two Guys, One Fantasy Podcast. Please give us a like, a follow, a subscription on anything. Just look us up on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at Two Guys, One Fantasy Podcast. Thanks.